Republican Congressman Jim Banks from Indiana. He serves on the House Armed Services Committee and has vowed to clean up this notion of wokeness in the military after Republicans have regained control of the House. Congressman Banks, good to have you with us today.
Good to be with you.
There's two main things here that I think are really important. And one of them is that this report reveals that when they tried to find people who were extremists or had extremist tendencies or things that they needed to worry about within the ranks of the United States military, which is roughly 2.1 million people, they rooted out 0.005%. I think it was about 100 people in all. Is there a problem in the U.S. military with extremists who need to be basically retrained in their brains to get this extremism out of them?
Well, Martha, the report shows what we've known all along, that the military is indeed pushing critical race theory, wokeness, anti-Americanism on our troops at a time when the Army is 15,000 below their recruitment goals for this year, and at a time when the military, Pentagon-wide, is at risk of firing 60,000 troops for not taking the vaccine. You see that there is a left-wing political tilt to the leadership of the military, who has trained its sights on making, for example, in the national security strategy that the Biden administration just released, the number one priority was advancing diversity, not on beating China. So there are big problems here. A lot of things are going to change on Capitol Hill on January 3rd when Republicans have the majority. But the first thing that's going to change is that we're going to hold hearings about this subject and talk about it, provide the type of oversight the Democrats never have.
Yeah, there's always a lot of pushback when they're questioned about this. They get, sort of testy about it and say, no, this is absolutely not what is going on. Let's listen to this from over the weekend from the former Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, on this subject.
I watch a military that has lost the focus on its mission. It's now training officers and soldiers and non-commissioned officers on diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's now talking about every military vehicle being carbon neutral by 2030. These are not the things of serious military leaders, and they are not the things of a serious military. I can assure you that the Chinese Army right now is not conducting diversity, equity, and inclusion training.
Yeah, I mean, that's what, there's a singular mission of our military, and it's to protect the country and to fight in battles. And there's a reason that there's crew cuts and uniforms. It's to say we're all the same. We're all on the same team, and your individuality in this moment in your life doesn't matter. It's the mission that matters. So where has that gone, Congressman?
Well, first of all, I can tell you from experience that the one thing that General Milley and the top military officials dislike almost more than anything else is having to come before the committee and answer tough questions and answer for their actions. So when we get the gavels back after January 3rd, we're going to hold those types of hearings, make them answer to why they denied so many religious exemptions when it came to the COVID-19 vaccine. Ask them why they're getting rid of all of these heroes, men and women in uniform, for not taking the vaccine. By the way, I guarantee you that 99% of our troops who didn't take the vaccine or who are being flushed out of the military are probably right-leaning. They probably vote Republican. So we're going to hold hearings about that. That's where we're going to start.
Yeah. Well, what we need is good war fighters, and we need a military that is ready at any given moment. And it is a travesty to have pushed all of these people out of the work that they love, defending their country. Representative Banks, thank you.